evening to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of State of the State. Apologies coming a bit by schedule. Thank you very much. I am Sunday Kolawole. Of course, today we'll be looking at the political space, and specifically we'll look at the gate of defections hitting the democratic practice in Nigeria in recent times. And joining me in the conversation is a politician of the stock of the All Progressives Congress (APC), and he's also a political analyst, Honorable Sunday Adejiri. Thank you so much for joining me, State of the State.
Nice to see you again. My namesake.
Very well. So let's start this way.
Okay.
Is a one-party system really ideal for a democratic practice, whether in Nigeria or anywhere?
Certainly no. It's no longer democratic if it is one-party system. We are not talking about autocratic or dictatorship. So there is no way a true Democrat would ever compromise multi-party systems. We are not even talking about two-party systems. We are talking about multi-party systems. And that is the most ideal for a good and genuine democratic practice.
In your submission, even a two-party system is not ideal.
It's not even ideal. Yeah, it's not even ideal.
A multi-party system.
Yeah, a multi-party system.
You're a politician, not of the stock of yesterday or 5 years or 10 years. And so let's face the facts. Can you confidently say that we're practicing a democracy in the real sense of it, with the way and manner politicians are shaping their membership of platforms that many people call parties?
I encountered this kind of question several times, and I find it funny. What exactly is the grudge of people complaining about defections or people moving about? It has just been, that is the beauty of democracy.
We're not even there yet. I just want to know if you feel that what Nigeria has been practicing all along is democracy in the real sense of it.
Yes. Look, I've witnessed the two. I've witnessed the two-party system during the Babangida era, the SDP and the NRC. Then I've also witnessed the when it was even five. That was when the five leprous hand fingers of Abacha era. Now that we have multi-party system, I don't think we have at least...
How multi-party are these parties?
Multi-party, if you are having more than 20 registered political parties.
How multi-party are they in the real sense of it? When it comes to local government election, you are a politician, you know how these things are played.
I'm telling you.
When it comes to fielding candidates, you are a politician, you know what you politicians do. So then can we say it is really multi-party system?
Don't count on what politicians do. Count on what is the system.
Oh, you're talking about the paper, you know, not the practice.
No. What I'm saying is that you don't have to gauge things by individuals. But what is the system? What is the system in place? What is the system in place? What is the constitutional issues on ground? Let me tell you something. We have, whether we like it or not, we have 20 and above registered political parties. That is a statement of fact. Then number two, people are arguing opposition. Sometimes they want to have a kind of a glued idea, saying it is only maybe PDP that is opposition to APC or APC. But PDP, like I keep telling people, cannot be an opposition to APC. If you are talking about genuine opposition that are strong and are firm, are really critical.
PDP cannot be an opposition to APC.
Yes, it can.
But APC was opposition to PDP.
APC was even never an opposition to PDP.
Oh, what was it?
The two of
like Mohammed.
Forget the two of them. You find the same people.
But let me get your point. They're same.
Yeah, you find the same people. Tell me now, who in PDP has not been in APC? Right from top, Obasanjo that taught the kind of PDP. Flirted with APC. Don't worry, he supported, he even chose the vice president and all those things. Atiku was in APC. Saraki was in APC. Baraje was in APC. Akpabio was in APC. Tell me, then who are the people in APC now that has not been in PDP?
Is it safe therefore to also say that who is in APC that has not been in PDP?
Who is in APC that has not been in PDP except Tinubu and the Vice President Shetima? Are you talking about Akpabio, who is the Senate President now? Are you talking about even the House of Rep guy who was in PDP, who has been the rep in PDP for some time? Are you talking about the SGF that sent to the government of the Federation? Akume? Come, list them out.
Tactically and technically,
so
if you are saying that
if you are talking
Nigeria,
about,
just a moment,
okay.
you are therefore tactically saying that Nigeria is really drifting to a one-party
no.
system. Just a moment, just a moment. If the issue is that the main political parties, like when people will talk, just hold on. Like many people will say that, irrespective of the registration of all the political parties that you are laying claim to, that even the people in this party are the same people who crisscross from here to there. Isn't it therefore a case of you are only seeing my hand, you're not seeing my hand?
No. What I'm saying is this: don't regard those two as the opposition parties. If you want to talk
about opposition are the other parties.
Yes, who is more critical of this government than Showore? Showore is in AAC. Why are people not counting AAC as an opposition party? Why is it only being, or is it PDP? So why are people not counting that? Who is more critical? Look at Labour, Obi. Who is more critical? Why are people not counting Labour as opposition party? Small time we say PDP. Yeah, we want to. Is PDP and APC? Is PDP? There is no time. PDP they are only doing jam opposition. That
just a moment. What do you term?
What I'm saying is that if, for example, now Tinubu could be bold enough and say, "Oti could come, okay, after me, 2031, go and prepare for president, I'll back you up." The next year, Atiku will come to APC. You know that?
That's how it works in your campus politics.
No, that's how. So those two big parties, you cannot, because somebody is moving from PDP to APC, and you're now saying they are turning to one party state. That's not true. Look at the critical opposition parties that have been firm, that have been strong against any government that is in power. Those parties are still existing, and they are very strong, and nobody can cow them. Those are the people you should call opposition parties. It is not because some people are saying they are turning Nigeria to one party state.
Why is the APC interested in key members of the PDP? In preparation for the 2027 general election?
The purpose of being in a party is to serve, and it can only serve when you win an election. And every party wants to win an election.
And this is the crux of the matter. Yeah. Like the problem on our hands is the fact that politicians only think that the main and only preoccupation in their mind should be to win election. And that's perhaps is why we're where we are.
If you don't win election, how do you serve the people? How do you manifest your programs? You have a manifesto.
In the Awolowo era, how did opposition perform? Was it just to also be able to shift from opposition and win election?
Awolowo will do everything to win an election. Awolowo will tell you the purpose of going to contest that election is not because we are going to lose. So let's just no. If you are going for an election, as a serious politician, you must know that the purpose of going is you have a program. You have an idea.
When does opposition start? Is it not when you are seeing that okay, you've lost this election, then you would be an opposition to this government?
No. For example, maybe when you're talking about parliamentary system of government, fine. No political party will wish to be in a position. So as small as their party is, they still want to win election. SDP wants to win election. It is when you don't win an election, you now subject yourself back to be in opposition. Now that's your manifesto, that's your program. You can now offer it as an alternative to what the person that won is, and preparing yourself for the next election. It's not as if you go back and look at the loopholes where you think you lost and prepare to win the next election. Not that you want to prepare and say, okay, I want to be in opposition again.
What are the carrots being done good by the APC to the big wigs in other political parties that are now camping with them?
Not carrot for what? Most people that use PDP, it is not because APC is tempting them with anything. It's because of the disorganization in PDP. Whatever is happening in PDP is self-inflicted. They lack management. They lack cohesion. And most especially, me that I personally found out is that they lack funding. You see, so Atiku, who should have played the role Bola Tinubu used to play in the opposition when we were in opposition, it's not. Atiku wants to be all in all. If they say, okay, look, let us sit down at this age, relax a little bit. We've contested 7 times or 8 times. The present political calculation does not favor you or does not favor the North. You say, no, I want to be everything. Then they have the problem of mismanaging Wike. You understand? All this is just manifesting now. When Atiku ran away, it was Wike and Fayose that stood against the stronghold of APC. They were the people that were consistently criticizing Amari APC and Buhari administration at even their own risk. Atiku was far away in Dubai enjoying his life. They funded PDP and everything. Where was Atiku? Atiku just came. Atiku will only come when it's a year to election, 6 months to primaries. And because of his of what he has, he will just buy everything. Fine. He came the same way in 2002, 2003. He got whatever he wants to get. Okay. Why don't you consider the other camp that when you are away, that you are doing everything to make this party strong? You know how critical Fayose was there. You know how critical Wike was confronting Buhari, doing everything. But now, those blocks, when you came, you just decided to neglect them. You went to pick a vice president somewhere. So, those ones decided to show their grievances. And even when they showed it, you didn't even manage it very well. Is that APC's problem? Did we cause that? We did it. It wasn't. We don't need to dangle anything before.
No, some of the opinion that that was infiltration of the rank and file of the PDP by the APC.
Look,
all its agents.
Politics is just about maneuvering.
Whether by infiltration or by any other manner of maneuvering.
It happens everywhere in life. Okay, let's look at the broadcast industries. When this FM came, they have to look. Okay, Sunday, can you blah blah. But maybe because you are dedicated to your own station, you might say reject some offers, but others might not, and they will move. That is just it. That is so. Politics is not quite different from that.
Former President of the Senate, Adolphus Wabra, has a warning for the APC.
Yeah.
And he's saying that very soon there might be an implosion in the APC, especially with the inflow of strange bedfellows, as they put it, in the political arena. And that faithful, dedicated members of the APC might have to rise against all of this eventually, and then there will be an implosion. Aren't you also really bothered about that?
That's just his wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking?
Yeah, I'm telling you. There was a time in this country that PDP has 28 governors. That strange bedfellows were forced to stay within PDP. And they completely annihilated AD. Obasanjo made sure, and remember 2002, we were having a convention in Abuja. Suddenly, they came with one man called Abdulkadir Ahmed. And before Abracadabra, they said he's the national chairman of AD. The following day, Obasanjo appointed that man as special advisor on whatever. The chairman of AD. And who? Apart from everybody, just exactly what is happening now. Choba came and said, we cannot afford to have a presidential candidate. And let us, exactly what is happening in PDP.
Exactly what is happening.
Do you think PDP will have a presidential candidate? They won't. Their party members, their governors are already telling them that look, we don't need the that was what we experienced
Does that explain why someone who has not publicly renounced his membership of the PDP is today a serving minister in an APC?
You don't have to. If you are from
you
don't have to. If you are, did Bola Ige not serve in Obasanjo's administration? Did he renounce his membership of AD? Yes, our leader. Wike at that time was the leader, was the spirit behind AD, apart from Baba Falai. Falai did not serve in the government of
That's what I'm asking you. Is that the same thing that's playing out as a Wike story?
Sometimes some people who during Jonathan, the present Bashi governor, Bala Mohammed, was a senator in ANPP, and when during the doctrine of necessity or whatever, he withdrew Bala Mohammed, who is a senator, ANPP, and made him the Minister of Federal Capital Territory. So, most times there have been government of, but the most interesting is that Wike, before accepting that appointment, wrote to the national leadership of his party, look, I'm going to serve in an AD government too. Can I go? So you don't have to. Tinubu was just trying to form a kind of government because sometimes he doesn't want to be winner takes it all. You look for the best here, you look for the best here. Even the people that are not politicians at all. So it's not as if it is today that that kind of thing is happening. During Obasanjo, he brought the son of our leader, very leader, son of Abraham Adesoya, this woman, to be a minister in his government. So there is no, so if Tinubu is doing that, he's just making use of the best materials. And nobody, and I'm telling you now, nobody can come out and doubt the capacity of Mr. Project. What Wike is doing in Abuja, no other former minister of FCT has been able to do it in terms of successfully executing landmark projects. So, where's the regret in that?
The PDP is of the opinion that all of these people go in, just like Adolf Oswald was saying, that he's not losing sleep over them. That it's a normal thing in politics for such movement to happen, and that Nigerians should not be shocked if they're coming back, even with many more people from your camp, the APC.
Like,
so, aren't you also looking at that? Really, they come back.
Like I said,
that PDP might stay.
Like I said, it is a wishful thinking. It happened to them. The NPDP, what they call NPDP then, led by Kawu Baraje, Saraki's boy from Kwara, Atiku, Tambua, Saraki, and a host of others. They left PDP under the umbrella of NPDP and came to APC. Not long after that, they went back to their party. Right? So that is, you have to, I'm creating the scenario, what you said Wabara is trying to insinuate. That maybe, so when they came to APC, like, although I stand to be corrected, I still repeat it till date, that if Atiku Saraki had not come, Buhari would still have won that election. But fine, they came, so they can always say anything. But at the end of the day, they left. Like what Barbara said, when they left, is APC still stronger? Did we even miss them? Of course, some of them, we can't rule it out. Some of them now that comes might probably leave. There is no doubt about that. Some of them might leave, fine. But I'm telling you, with the strength of APC, we won't feel them. They are the people that need us. We don't need them. Without them, we won election. We will still win election. Like when they come now, fine. Yeah, they didn't want.
Like you did say that President Tinubu should be wary of these newfound lovers who are now in an emergency manner proclaiming law for the APC and its government. And he was asking some questions, which I would like you to also find answers to, such as, would any of them say that the Tinubu administration is doing fine? Would any of them say that the Tinubu administration has been able to deliver good governance to Nigerians? So are you not bothered that perhaps these people are really moving into the APC to satisfy their political ambition and inclination, just like the governor of Akwa Ibom State, was saying recently that giving an hint as to
of course
the possibility that
he's not about
he has not said it. He's only giving you
he said it is imminent.
He's saying that
imminent is different from
let me quote him that if you board an aircraft that you will not be able to take you to your destination, that won't you board another one? So political interpretations now came that perhaps his hinting at his imminent move from the PDP, and it did not also mention APC.
Sunday, let's go there.
So what is that boarded issue? Is it a case of love for the APC or for Tinubu as a president currently, or the need to satisfy their political ambitions?
It could be multi-dimensional. Everybody has their own. Some that I know their motives and I be able to analyze that. But coming to Bob D, Dele Mohamed, I'm surprised that he's taking this position because he also had been in their shoes before. Dele Mohamed worked with APC. Dele Mohamed worked with APC in 2015 to install Buhari. He worked. Then probably then he was expecting to be made or to be compensated, like most people would say. He was one of the first few people to meet Buhari personally. I went to meet Buhari in Osrc. That was 2015 when Buhari won the election. So now he's on the other side. He's now postulating. Is Tinubu a small boy? Tinubu knows his friends. It's not people like Dele Mohamed that will teach him. Look, be careful. These people, they will do this, they will do that. Tinubu has been in this game for how many years? And he once said, look, when he's preparing for things, he will plan for those people who will hate him. He will plan for those people who hate him now, but might be his friends. He will also plan for those people that are his friends now, that will eventually hate him. And he will leave room for all those ones. So he knows what he's saying. So it is not Dele Mohamed that will not say, be careful, be careful, be careful. He was also in that position. But he started Tinubu now and left. He first went to Labour and now PDP. So just like Okowa. So let's leave that one. About the performance of Tinubu, well, everything is there for everybody to see.
What can people
It's
see?
not about coming here to make mouth anymore. At the initial stage, fine, things were so hard because of the policies he introduced. I was here.
Okay, at the initial stage,
of course,
that is how
it used to be rough.
Are things now better? Are things no longer hard?
I'm getting to that. I was here with you on a program, I could remember sometime, and we were talking about this subsidy. And you suggest that let them remove subsidy. And I now told you, if they remove subsidy, can you buy petrol at 800? I don't know if you remember. He said, I said, fine. When Tinubu boldly did this, people were scared. But what Tinubu was saying, especially about subsidies, that there is this extra money that Nigeria could earn, what is going to the private pocket of some people, very few people, cabal, that we need to free that money, even if government is subsidizing. If the poor man is eating 2 naira out of that subsidy, some cabals are eating 2 billion. And that is what Tinubu has been able to successfully do, free that money. And that is the money now that is available. You know how much the state government time now. You know the massive projects that Tinubu is doing.
What is the impact of that money on the citizenry?
The impact of that money on the citizenry is that, well, sometimes the inflation was going so high. But we don't need to, fine. You know now that things, although it has not gotten to the stage where we want, but things are coming. Before, the way price inflation was going, every day tumbling up. But now, things have stabilized, things have started coming down.
Are you sure things have stabilized?
Of course, everybody knows things are.
And the NLC still came out today to say that even the 70,000
yes,
is not a living wage as promised by President Tinubu.
Whatever.
So then, if you're saying things have stabilized, I'm beginning to wonder.
Do you buy things in the market?
Of course, we all do. So I'm asking you, where the stability
have you gone to
where is the stability?
And that's what I'm telling you. Before, when you go to the market, you might get the price for this thing today 20 naira. Tomorrow, before you get there, 30 naira. Tomorrow, before you get there, 50 naira. But now, do we have such situation? Have things not stabilized? Have things not started coming?
When was the last time you went to the market?
I do every day.
Because if you're saying that,
I'm telling you,
you went to the market.
I do every day. I do every day.
So then, what exactly are you buying?
Everything, virtually everything. I still went to an
average Nigerian will not agree with you. That's what I'm asking you.
Because maybe they are social media people.
I said an average Nigerian goes to the market.
Can you dare me tomorrow? I'll pick you. We go to the market and have the price. We will compare the prices of rice.
Are you comparing your purchasing power with
not my purchasing? My purchasing
Are you comparing my purchasing power with the average?
No.
The average Nigerian on the street of Akure?
My purchasing
power. I'm asking you what exactly has been.
Prices of rice have come down. Prices of tomato, excuse me, that's what I'm saying. I said it might not have gotten to the level we desired.
Okay.
But certainly things are coming down. It might not have got, maybe some people still think rice should be 10,000 naira per bag. Though it's funny, but even though it has not gotten to that, but it has stopped having a geometrical increase.
Okay. It's a geometrical that is the issue here.
You know what I'm saying is that then things were quite horrible. Let me put that, killing. Because every day before you get to this place, the trader or the man in the shop will tell you, they said they have increased the price. But fine. Now things have stabilized. I have deliberately monitored those ones. I still went to buy electronics sometimes ago. And I said, so this price of the Binato fan can come down like this.
You pay for advance.
I'm not even.
So then, now what I'm saying,
we might not have got, for example, you were talking about the 7,000 minimum wage.
70,000.
Yeah, the 70,000 minimum wage. When they mooted the idea, most people think some states will close down. Where would they get money? Where would they go? But now, these NLC, they are even talking of increasing it. And fine, if they start the negotiation with the federal government, it's not beyond what the federal government might be able to do. The states are well funded now. Those monies that went to the pockets of a few kaba that has been freed, that only few people will enjoy it as subsidy. Few people that will go and buy 2,000 naira petrol compared to somebody that will buy 100,000 naira petrol. Who was enjoying the subsidy more? So you find that the money has been free and it is now available for states to do projects, to cater for the people. This money is not going to the hands of few cabals again. That is one of the major achievements. Look at the Calabar Trans getting close to 1 trillion or 15 trillion. Where would any government have found money to fund it? And Umari is telling us it's nearly 70% completion. Look at all those projects that federal government are doing. There is no state. It is recently that they are starting the dualization of Ore down to Akure. These are the benefits of this thing. They are Akure to Adoekit. The government now they have been able to free enough money to do projects, to pay salaries. And the state government will give salary. Oh! So these are the benefits of most of these things. And we should praise the government for it.
Is this the unique hope that Nigerians really voted for in the last general election? Yeah. It is the fulfillment of the promise made to Nigerians during the election era. Do you think things couldn't be better as currently in your experience?
Sir, I'm telling you now confidently, things will get better. I'm telling you, things will get better. Honestly, things things will get better. Some people were talking, look at petrol for example. Some people were talking, this. There was a time we got to buy petrol 1,200. You know that. Now it is 8.8. Some people are even selling less. We have never gotten a situation again where we even go up to 1,000. Except the prices of crude oil increased in international market. But before, price increase, price drop, it is the same thing. But prices of things now are being determined by market forces, which is okay. About doing, I know Tinubu is, it's just 2 years, not even 4 years, not even 6 years. It's just 2 years. But people are treating this government as if they've been there for the past 6 or 8 years. 2 years, not even up to 2 years yet. It will be 2 years this month. And people are treating this government, and with all these laudable programs, achievements, let's call it spade a spade.
Now, before we place a wrap on this conversation, some people are really getting agitated by the implementation of many politicians of the stock of your party, the APC, focusing so much on 2027 in 2025. We now find posters even already getting out and all of that. Despite the challenges on our hands as a people, do you think that should be the preoccupation in the minds of those that are supposed to provide solutions to all of these problems? National security challenges are there, economic situation and downturn are also there. So shouldn't there be a way to really find a solution to the issues on ground first before thinking about maybe re-election or not?
You want me to tell you the truth?
Of course, that's why we're here.
And you believe that the opposition started this. Even when people were going about with Tinubu won there, please, I have not seen you. But you know, the opposition started preparing for 2007 since they won.
And the APC got G2?
No, we are not even G2. We have not even started anything yet.
So what do we call the response? If you are claiming that the opposition
started, and they are intensifying on it, and they are they are the people doing all the calculations. Coalition here, we go and join SDP, bring in PDP. They are the people going around doing all these things. APC has not even started anything about 2027. It is the PDP people that comes to APC.
Where are the posters coming from? Bearing the logo of your party.
If
you are saying that APC has not done anything.
If you are talking about the posters, certainly there are some people that get over enthusiastic, or they just get
what's fueling the enthusiasm?
Yeah, because they want to be seen.
Because an average Nigerian will ask you,
because even if they are not sent, even if they are not sent, they want to be seen to be able to claim that, look, I worked for him, I contributed to his victory. And Tinubu himself specifically came out and said, please stop. He has no time for any electionary. Do you know that he has not even told anybody, look, we are getting prepared for 2027. He has a lot of job that is dealing with presently. So it is the opposition. They are the person inciting and making the political atmosphere so tense by doing a lot of calculations, coalitions, this and that. But it doesn't really matter. We are not bothered by that.
Too many cooks, they say, spoil the broth. Yeah. Aren't you also looking at it that perhaps what Adolfo Zuwabra said was just the prophecy in our country?
I've told you, all those ones are wishful thinking. People go...
Leave wishful thinking. Now I'm asking you. Are you sure that APC will experience inflation?
Let me give you a very lucid example. Delta. Earlier in Delta, there were two factions. There's the Omagege faction and there's the Kayamo faction. Those ones were strongly divided. Then Keyamo approached the senator that married this popular actress, Senator Ungo, what was his name? That married this popular actress, Senator, this one from Delta.
Let's go.
I will remember his name. They approached him. He said because the PDP, the core PDP, that's Oberwe and Okowa, the governor has promised to withdraw his senatorial ticket and give it to Okowa. That's their problem in the party. That has nothing to do with PDP. So he said, because of that, and he knows in PDP, if that's what the governor wants, that is what he will do. He will withdraw his senatorial ticket and give it to Okowa, the immediate past governor. He was bitter about this. He started fighting them. That was what led him to come to APC. When he was coming, people like Omagege was assistant, and I know you don't want him, you don't want it. But party, political party, is just like atom. Anybody can come, anybody can go.
All right, as a place to wrap up, just one more question.
Okay.
Who is currently the leader of the APC in Delta State?
It's undisputable. The party has announced it as the present governor. The governor is the leader of the party anywhere. The party has the governor.
Basically, the statement used by over again.
Yeah. I saw the statement.
And you saw the footnote and the signature there as the leader of the APC in Delta State.
He can say he's the leader. Omagege came from PDP. So it doesn't really matter.
It's now the APC members.
No, what I'm saying is that they might have had their long drum. You see, you don't look at things from the surface. Look at it from deep. They must have had their long backs but for now, and it is not disputed. Just like anybody will come here and dispute who is the leader of the party in the state. Say that's why. It is not disputed. It's the governor.
So much we've been able to really discuss on these political matters, and I've been having very deep conversations with Sunday Adeji. Of course, we looked at the issues of defections in the political arena, and this is a wrap on the conversation tonight. Please join us again next week, God willing. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone, still on the state returns next week, God willing. I'm Sunday Kolawole. Enjoy this.